Your desk sure is a mess, Tina.
It's called work.
We need to go over today, this morning here. We need to leave and go to Wilson's.
Okay, let's go. Onward.
We'll be back.
Okay.
Hold down the fort. We'll be back. Just a little bit. Brr.
Oh my gosh, so cold.
18 degrees. Okay, let's go. Almost there. Almost there,
I
Tina.
know, pulling in.
Getting colder.
Is it, or is it still the same 18 degrees?
Some of you know where this is at. Probably most of you don't. Larry's been doing transmissions forever.
Yes, he's been doing all of ours for a long time. We run power glides in ours, and so he's the one that does it. And here we are. Let's see what we got going on in here. Let's get our parts.
Let's go in here. You get the keys, did you?
It's locked out. You got it? Oop, sorry. Kinsey. Where'd Kinsey go? All right, let's go in.
Hey, Larry. What you doing?
Hi.
Uh-oh.
We're videoing. Is that okay?
Oh, yeah,
You
yeah.
got anything top secret in here that you don't want?
Not that bad.
We've been making some
How are y'all?
Good, good.
Good,
We've been
good.
making some YouTube videos and just showing the people what we do. And
Oh, cool.
We're hoping we can see what you do, opening it up and
Yeah, absolutely.
check it out, change the stator, and
we don't have to show it, but it's I would love to.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fine. Sure.
This
Sure.
is what we want to put in there.
Uh-huh.
So this is a PTC converter. It's a weld together
Mm-hmm.
converter. We normally we've been buying their bolt together converters, but this one.
it's one of the older ones that we had.
So Larry is able to cut this open, and we're going to see that process.
Okay.
So what some of you don't know, the stall speed of the torque converter is the blade count and the blade angle. This one is a 1535. Some numbers right there on it. And this one should be a 1335, I believe, and it's going to be too tight for our application. So we're going to let Larry do his thing.
Okay.
Go ahead, pause it.
Over here right quick. Years. That's why I met Kenny years ago, and then Kenny's brother. He had two brothers that worked there too, Terrell and
Just checking it up here, getting it centered.
Sambo. You know. Sometimes these
Tina having a seat there.
Let me just
Hop up, let me see that.
make sure it's gonna be straight.
Okay, here we go. Let's see what happens. What do you think, Tina?
That's got a few spots on it here that I'm gonna have to trim down so it don't just bust the tool. a little bit longer to cut it like this, but you get it.
How long does that normally take till it pops off there, Larry?
It'll take 2 or 3 minutes going slow like this to cut through the weld, and the trick is to try to save as much material as you can, cut the minimal amount, but you have to cut through the penetration on the weld to get it to the two halves to come apart. A lot of times you'll see fluid begin to leak out or smoke. You know you're getting close then when you start seeing smoke or fluid leak out.
It'll be long here.
We're actually just getting the weld off there now, and then we'll have to go into the penetration just a little bit and come apart here a little bit here.
If that's you calling, you're gonna have to wait.
Sorry.
There's no telling how many times Larry's done this. Looking at all these stators sitting around.
Starting to leak a little bit, so we're getting closer. You're smoking, David?
A lot of smoke. Got fluid coming out.
What we're trying to do is see if we can knock it in half, but we don't have to cut any more off than what we need to get it in half. Sometimes we got to go back in there. It's getting loose, so we're getting there.
Yeah, look at it. Woo. It's pretty awesome. I've never seen one cut before.
Fluid's pretty deep. It's pretty dark there.
We use high guard in there, Larry, just so you know.
Mm-hmm.
Tractor. What do you think, Tina?
It was pretty dark in there. But don't worry about that.
Tina burned it up. She's hard on parts.
Yeah. It's always me.
Never the tuner, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay, we're gonna take her down where we can get a good look at it here. Okay, David, see this, these outer fins? This is called the impeller or the pump of the torque converter. And these fins are really pulled tight to the right, which really makes it lower stall. The size of this converter and the volume control in it, it makes it for real good for a turbo car.
Okay.
But getting it to spool up is the trick, and I think you're heading in the right direction with the other stator that you have for sure.
Perfect.
Good.
Everything look okay in there?
Yes, so far it's been really
Just a little
hot.
toasty.
I can see the color,
Yeah.
how blue it is. It's
Yeah,
been
we've had it pretty
hot.
We've had it pretty tight.
Yeah, that's
hot.
my usual. Sorry.
Waiting on it to spool up.
Yes.
Okay.
Sometimes we're working on that, trying to get it to where it spools up a lot quicker, but yes.
This converter is probably, I'm gonna guess it's 7 years old.
Yeah.
And it's always been pretty solid. So
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't had much trouble with our converters.
Anyways, we're going to change to the other stator. Starter. He's going to check it all out and clean it up.
We got him a big old mess.
Get it welded back up, and it'll be ready to go for the Colorado.
Yep.
Just so y'all know, you can kind of look around and see all the years and years of parts and stacks of stators and
I don't want this one. Maybe the next one. We got a whole bunch more over there too. What do I choose from? What do I choose from?
Larry, how long you been doing this?
Long time. I've been right here in this one spot for 40 years.
40 years.
And I rented before that, and then worked for Chevrolet before that. So,
Yeah.
How many transmissions do you think you've rebuilt?
oh man, David, that's a loaded question.
Just start counting parts.
Just from us is probably a ton.
Yes, people have been good to me. I've been blessed.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
You did a good job.
Thank you.
We're gonna let him do his thing, and we'll finish this video up.
Thank you guys.
So just so y'all can see the difference here.
Two different stators here. This is the one that came out. David said it was what?
A little too tight. 13 should be.
13 blade, exactly. And you said this was a
15 blade.
Should be 15. Yeah.
And then the angle does affect it too. So
15.
this one that came out should be marked. Should be stamped in there somewhere.
Okay, let's see. Okay.
Blade angle should be on there somewhere. I don't know where it's at.
Another bearing right there. Yeah, it's gonna work okay.
All right.
Yeah, they did a good job down there.
Perfect.
Got all these spots on it.
Yeah,
can
those
you
are-
turn 'em? Can you turn these?
Or they just
They can be
They
turned,
can
but
be turned.
that's why I haven't thrown them away, because they're all used ones out of
Yeah.
Power Glides.
Yeah.
And
Well, I know we've messed up with some of ours.
That's what holds the trans brake. It's what applies.
Yeah.
There's a band that goes around it.
There's a bunch
yeah,
of heat
low
spots
gear.
on them.
That's
Yeah.
low gear.
Okay, so
Stephen's still out of the way there. Okay, here's what I was going to show you, David, is, okay, our options are, okay, we changed the stator to more blades. That's going to increase the stall speed, loosen the converter up some. All right. The other option is that we could take this fin, we could pull this fin up a little ways. It's heliarch way down in there. It's furnace brazed out here, so we can get a hold of it. We can pull that fin up. What happens when we do that? It'll increase the stall speed. It'll give it a little bit more change at the gear change as far as losing RPMs. Like if you shift the motor at 7,500, you want to see it go backwards on numbers, and so it can have some more racetrack, drag strip
Correct.
to run down. If it doesn't change, then you're going to be sky high at the strike on RPMs. The only thing is that the tighter this is to the right, the more mile per hour it's going to run. But the tighter it is also trying to get the turbochargers to spool. There's a problem, so there's a happy medium balance, Some of the guys are, of course y'all know, some of the guys are running the converter this tight, and maybe even with that 13 blade stator, but what they're doing is they're using a little shot of nitrous oxide on the starting line just to spool, long enough to spool and then turn it off,
we may or may not be doing that.
We may or may not
Have done that. We're trying to get away from. We may or may not be trying to get away from that.
Here's the thing, if you decided you wanted to shoot it with a little shot, I'd leave this fin exactly there, because you'll have the best of every world. You'll have a lot of mile per hour and still be able to spool them. But if you choose that you want to stay away from that nitrous shot, then I'd pull these up some. It'll soften the shift just a little bit, and it will not quite run as much mile an hour. We're talking 2 or 3 mile an hour maybe.
You can tell that's been laid over, hadn't it, from where it was? And they're
No, they put it there.
Yeah, but I mean from the factory.
Yes, yes, it's been moved.
So you can see where it once was and where it now is.
Yeah, it was actually here once upon a time.
Yeah.
I see it. Yeah.
But
Okay.
Kenny then moved it, so it's going to be something that you
Have to decide what we want to do here.
have to decide here what you want to do.
Okay. Good info. Already?
Already
Dang.
Already.
rock and roll.
Look at
Man,
that.
it looks brand new.
It does. I put a real small weld around it so that we can have a bunch more cuts.
Okay, if we need
Less.
to, we can.
It won't take as long to cut it in half.
Yeah. That was fast. Man,
Thanks, Larry.
already got it put back together. and
Everything look
adjusted and
okay?
fixed and-
Oh, I need that old Stator too.
Well, it's my shot. I'll bring it back to you.
It's okay.
Okay.
No,
No big deal.
sorry.
We'll get
I
it.
bagged it. Told you I'd bag it. I bagged it.
We need to restamp it so we'll know.
How's things? Good.
All right. Team's in business.
Yep.
Thanks,
Ready
Larry.
to go. Thank
Thank
you,
y'all.
Larry. Thank you so much. Okay. It's time for us to go put this in. Let's go home. Ugh, heavy. Let's go put this in. See y'all later.